and hazy dreams, where time slows down and bloodline gently gleams. Floating melodies, soothing beats arise, taking us away where imagination flies. Close your eyes, enter the dreamland serene, where the subconscious tells a story yet unseen. Loved by the rhythm of trance slowly unfolds in this realm of tranquility where peace
Everybody, I hope this video finds you well. Today, this is going to be class 4 on affirmation campaigns. And we are going to start talking about the experiences of the campaign now. In the previous lesson, I alluded to the fact that a worldline template, a lifeline, is the equivalent of a highway.
我的眼睛，你会怎么做它？倒是告诉我，我怕听不见。一剑气的火把，是你式的魔法，慢慢的渗入我的心逐渐。你举起千斤更难逃脱，抬头看天空，爱就在飘落。可以是歌手，是作家，写诗词行诗，当然那些爱情小说。虚火肉伴着你左右，爱情在燃烧，看着你火候。你最爱看太阳落下，我明天。
As long as you stay on the highway, while it may go, there may be ups and there may be downs, there's nothing catastrophic. Okay? There might be attractive things going by on the sides, but the moment you sway into those attractive things, suddenly it'll all go to shit. The idea behind the worldline template, and this is a very important point, you have to accept that your life is fated. You are born wherever you were born, and you will die wherever you are going to die, and you have this impression that you have free will to do whatever the world wants. And this illusion is facilitated by television and movies that tell you that you too can be Bill Gates. You too can be a Steve Jobs. All you have to do is this and that, and boom! But in truth and reality, the formula for success, whether it's wealth or whatever your measure may be, is a complicated one, and often involves other people and relationships, starting points, and opportunities. When you are on your worldline template, your opportunities will be dished out in an apparent random nature. But the road, that highway that you are on, is going to be such that they will only be at certain critical junctures. And situations will arise that will make you either accept those opportunities or decline them. You, for instance, can look in your past and look back at when there was an opportunity to do something. And how did it work out? There was a time when I was in high school and I was earning my money, and I wanted to invest in stocks. I thought it would be a good idea to invest in stocks. And I was just right now learning about computers, and I really thought that it might be a good idea to invest in software and hardware stocks. And so I asked my parents, I asked my mother, how do I do that? She says, well, you just go and buy stocks. That didn't help me. That did not help me at all. So I asked my father. He says, I don't know. He says, I bought some TWA. It fell. You're gambling with money. You should put it in a bank. Now you can say, and you can argue, that that's just typical. My argument here is, using that as an example, is to say that those little hurdles were of such a nature that they could have been cliffs for me. Given the fact that I was, only 17, 18 years old at the time, and I needed leadership and guidance, and I went to the only guidance sources that I knew of, and they flat shot me down or didn't take me seriously. If I would have overcome that hurdle and bought some stock in 1977, if I would have bought some stock in Microsoft in 1977, like I wanted to do, my highway to the end of the goal would be totally different than what it is right now. You in your life will have all these events that will shape the course for you. Now, the pre-birth world line template creates these opportunities for you and creates these hurdles. You have to overcome those hurdles in order to go on a different exit ramp. And it's true with everybody. So I here today am simply going to talk about this highway to get you from point A to point B and how you want point C. You have some other desire, some other dream, some other goal, but you are heading in a certain direction. Maybe you are in an economically depressed area. Maybe you have just really strong familia and interrelationship ties that you just can't get out of. Maybe you were doing time in prison and jail. Maybe all kinds of maybes. But for you to get off your pre-birth world line template highway, and what it is it is a highway. You have a degree of moving about. You can go to the right, you can go to the left, you can straddle the middle, you can go in the passing lane, you can ride on the gravel a little bit, but you're pretty much stuck on that highway because no matter what happens, there's going to be a barrier of some type. So it is a fated life. This is the reality. For you to understand world-line affirmations and affirmation campaigns, you have to accept the fact your life is fated. I'm sorry. But you have degree of autonomy. And the way to get off this is using world-line affirmations. You have to physically do things. You have to physically do things that'll cause the reality to alter. Sure, you can shoot a person, you can rob a bank, you can do all these things, but I'm talking about affirmations. Verbalize things aloud. Draw pictures of what your goal is going to be, these kinds of activities. Personal activities that you keep to yourself, but that will alter your drive going down this highway. Now, in my previous video, I talked that once you get off this highway, it's going to be a bumpy ride for a while. There will be highways going to your goal, and I'm going to call it Goal C. Goal A is the starting point where you're born. Goal B is when you're supposed to die on this pre-birth world line template, and Goal C is your new goal where you want to end up. Okay? For you to obtain Goal C, you're going to have to get off this highway and get onto another highway. It's very unlikely that you're going to have to go up and down rivers and mountains and stuff the entire time to get there. It's very unlikely. There's always highways to it. But you have to go from this highway you're on to another highway. And that means you're going to have to go over some rough terrain. Now, we always try to do the easy things. A guy asks, hey, I got this potential opportunity, would you like to? And you might say yes. And then suddenly you get on a gravel road that's a little bumpy, but takes you over there. Or sometimes you just say, fuck it. I am just going to go over. I'm going to take a risk. You're going to take out your money. You're going to do something kind of a little crazy. And suddenly you're going to get off the highway and into a ditch. Plunk. And then you're going to crawl out of that ditch and you're going to go through some rough terrain. And then eventually you're going to screech onto the road, screech onto the highway, and you're going to be just fine. And that's the way it pretty much works. That's exactly the way it pretty much works. So, what's the takeaways here? And that's this entire little video. What's the takeaways? First of all, if you want a comfortable life, you're going to live a fated life. Sure, there's going to be ups and downs and bumps in the road, but it's a fated life. If you want to change your fate, you have to use affirmations. And those affirmations are going to tear you off the highway and put you somewhere else. Initially, it's going to be uncomfortable, but over time, and usually the time is measured in months. It's not measured in years, and it's certainly not measured in decades. The time is going to be discomfort. It's going to be uncomfortable for a while. Discomforts that you will experience will not be directly associated with your goal. It might be that the mailman loses your mail. You have a fender bender in your car. The milk gets soiled prematurely. You're using a pen and the pen breaks. These little discomforts, discordant life. Your kids start screaming at you. Okay? Somebody steals your lawnmower. All kinds of these discomforts are going to happen to you as you get off the highway and heading towards the new highway. As you get closer to the new highway to move to goal C, these things are going to drop off and not be so bad, and you'll be on a new highway speeding along your destination. That's the way affirmation campaigns work, not the way affirmations work. Affirmation campaigns work. And I'll be talking about a campaign, but this point later. But this point, all I want to do is explain to you, you live a fated life on a pre-birth world line template. As you hop from world line to world line, it forms a lifeline. That lifeline is like a highway. It takes you all the way to your pre-birth goals. You change your goals, and that means you have to get off this highway, and it's a little discomforting. This mind simulation that I just created to you is valid. Look upon it that way. And you will be surprised how well things will work for you. I'm telling you the truth. So this is the way it works. And with that, guys, please like and share. And remember, I believe in you. You're just starting on a journey right now, and it's going to be a great one. More stuff's down the pipe. I'm trying to keep this as short as possible. And do good deeds. And when the opportunity comes, take action. And remember, I believe in you. Bye-bye, people. Take care.
In the haze of a quiet Sunday morning, lost in thought, imagination soaring, dreamlike melodies fill the air, creating a world where I'm happy in there. Close my eyes and let the beat take hold. Lost in a dream, I am never growing old. The rhythm flows through my veins, setting me free. In the slow, soft and gentle